Hey, and welcome back to Yogi's Garage. You know, around here, we work on anything from Lamborghinis to Maseratis to even a classic Corvette. And whatever Erica drove in this week that just started making noise yesterday,
Important.
Just for me?
those are the kinds of cars we're used to working on. But every now and then, something different shows up. This is the Indecent 011. And if you're wondering what it means, you're not alone. Because this isn't just a Porsche. It's a reimagined 997 turned all the way up. Wider, lower, louder. With hips so aggressive they look like they skipped leg day and went straight to surgery. And somehow, it still carries the classic 911 attitude. Like it knows it's better than you, but it's still gonna leak on your garage floor anyway. And while it was here with us, we got to know it a little better. Like Alyssa learning what it really means to be indecent.
I'm gonna become an outlaw. I've decided.
And me being reminded once again that when a 911 leaks, it's not a problem, it's a lifestyle.
But it will oftentimes be misdiagnosed as a rear main seal.
So join us in this penultimate episode where Alyssa and I button things up underneath, top off what needs topping off, and attempt the all-important first start. Because at this point, we're either about to hear a perfectly tuned flat six come back to life, or a very expensive reminder of why we don't rush a Porsche. Either way, it's going to be interesting. Are you ready? Let's fix it.
All right, I've got transmission fluid handled. If you want to see the process of doing this, check out my other videos where I am doing this on a 996 transmission rather than a 997. The process is the same. Check your drain plug, check your fill plug first, then your drain plug, and then fill her up. So now I got to get the starter back in. I've got to get a bunch of other little components in, and we can start putting the cosmetic pieces back in. Woo, getting close, baby, getting close. All right, I think this is the perfect time to talk about this brand Kaiweets here. This is a borescope, and there's many, many uses for using a borescope. You can scope out the inside of an engine, try to find a missing bolt in the engine bay. What we're gonna use it for right now is to figure out what's going on with this tensioner on this 911. And the tensioner is spinning instead of locking into place so we can relax the spring and get the belt on. So what we're looking for is what the bolt looks like behind it. And what's good about these cameras is that it has an articulating tip. Can you bring that tip out and let's take a look at it?
You mean articulate it?
Yeah, articulate the tip. There you go. So it eliminates the need to have a camera on the 90 degree because you can just turn it. And then this one here has a hook. So if you're looking for a bolt or a wire or something, you can put a hook on there or a magnet, which is kind of cool. So this is the Kaiweets. I'm gonna put a link down below. That's a nice view.
Well, I was gonna say, before he said that, I was gonna say I can literally make it do like a pretty much a 180.
Yeah.
And I was gonna come back and look at myself.
There you go.
See?
Yeah, so it's a
range.
it's a very handy tool. I'll put a link down below so that you can get a discount by using that link. It helps the channel out. We're gonna look at the back of the tensioner to see why it's not tensioning. Right there. That should be the back of the pulley right there.
Okay.
It looks like a nut.
Right.
All right, so yeah, we have a nut. So we'll get a ratchet on there and see if we can tighten up that thing there and save the customer some money. Because otherwise we have to replace the tensioner, and that's a whole thing, right? Because the tensioner is part of this shroud here. So you gotta take the power steering out, get the AC out of the way, get the alternator out of the way, the filler neck, yada, yada, yada. It's a mess. Let's not do that. Let's just see if we can resolve this issue. All right, this is a good handy tool for something like that.
Yeah, Kaiweets definitely helped.
Yeah, Kaiweets definitely helped. So she was able to put a 15 mil wrench on that thing and I could tighten that little nut and boom, that's all it took. And now it's back. So I'm gonna let the customer know we saved them time and money on that and just tighten up that little nut. And now look, the belt's all back in place. We're golden. Okay, one more step done. It's time.
Here, Alyssa, you do the honor.
Yeah, here, you do the honors in blowing up the engine. Oh, it was a joke. It's not gonna blow up. Let me just make sure. Nope, everything's good. There's nothing in the top dead center. Top dead, I can't remember the words.
I came, it's just a door.
Wrong.
I know.
You need to be in Porsche mode.
Okay. Okay.
Clutch in. Make
Yeah,
sure it's not in gear.
that's
Run
good.
through the gears for me real quick. Put it back in neutral and slap it around a little bit. Now put it in first. Second. Third. Very good. Okay, that sounds good. All right, put it in neutral and start her up. Keys on the left.
I know.
There's no engine start button.
Yogi.
Are you sure?
PSM.
Turn it again. Did it start? I mean, I didn't hear it start. Turn it. Oh, battery's dead. Okay, hold on. Start her up. Come on, start it up. Do that the first time.
Do you have the rumble maker?
Yeah, I do. I have the Rumble Me card. All right, now that we found the ground, I shouldn't say we, Alyssa found the ground that was missing, and now it should start. Assuming we didn't blow anything when I touched it to my face. Hey!
Hey.
So you can see the cook-off coming already. Yeah, so y'all missed it, all right? I took that cable, I was like, this should be touching one of these big posts, and I left the battery connected and pow! And Alyssa ran all the way to the front of the building, like she was leaving me. She just said, I'm out.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. Well, I'm kind of traumatized still.
I
so.
said, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm not sure how many times I asked if you're okay.
Blink if you're okay, Michael. Blink if you're okay.
Are you not one of those people that'll say you're okay when you're not okay?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I've learned this about you. Did you know that about me?
What's that?
I'm a terrible cook.
You're a terrible cook. I did know this about you. You know, you're not really a terrible cook. You're not a cook. There's a difference.
You know, it is not, I told you, it is not for lack of trying.
Oh, so you have cooked and you just failed at it?
Not every time.
No?
And
Okay.
not miserably every time.
Okay.
Variations.
Variations of misery. Got it.
Yeah.
Is that camera even looking at me? Radiator hose popped off. And if it goes any further, it's going to dump all its juice all over the floor. Okay, so I think we've got a good place to stop on the engine portion, but I think we're ready to put the bumper liner back on.
Wait.
What?
I don't think we're ready for that.
What are we missing here?
Are we holding the frame together? Did we bolt up the suspension?
Ooh, yeah, the frame. Shit. Yes. I mean, shoot. Yeah, we need to put those back in. We don't want to put the car on the ground without that in place because that kind of holds everything together and it keeps it from doing the splits. So we got to get that on there first. Well, that's good. The engine started. We fixed the ground issue. Nice job, partner.
Partner.
Nice job, partner. Do
It was
again.
the cook-off.
Nice job, partner. We haven't cooked off yet.
Well, it was
The cook-off is going to be on the road. Cook this thing off.
Right. It was the
Thanks, I appreciate it. You're such a help. Hey, easy with all that, man. That's all Porsche equipment there.
Oh, so that looks like scrap to me.
Scrapped under here.
Yeah, it's a $500 piece of molded plastic. Watch out.
You're not too far off. Maybe a little bit more, actually. Oh, we couldn't get the car started, and I knew it was ground somewhere, right? So I found it.
He did say on camera that I ran to the front of the building and go,
You got scared.
I did get scared. Electricity scared me. I didn't run.
Okay, you jogged.
Toward the fire, right.
You really took it in the face. I'll hold the cap. Got it. Ew! You spit on it.
You're having to bend down. Sorry.
It's okay. Hey! All right. Okay, now these, but we're gonna need a counter hold. So how's kids? Okay, now you can torque it.
Good, learning about teamwork.
Good.
And no, I don't really want to push, do I? I mean, pull,
Nah, I
do
wouldn't
I?
push, you'd loosen it.
Oh,
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
Oh.
Or you were pushing it the other way. Excellent.
kids are great. They're still at school. They go back tomorrow.
Turtle chicken mango. Cool.
Open. You sure you've looked at all the rules?
I've looked at all the rules. All right, I didn't bring you along for this boring part, but Alyssa and I did all of the underbelly panels on this beautiful car. And believe it or not, everything was intact. And that's usually not the case with these underbelly panels. Now, granted, they weren't 100% in perfect condition, but they were pretty gosh darn close. There was one little crack, I think, right here, which is very common to get.
I think you had a wild lady labeling Ziploc bags too.
Yes, and thanks to the Wild Lady labeling Ziploc bags, we were honestly able to get this thing buttoned up pretty gosh darn quick, although I see one thing we're gonna have to redo here. This little clip didn't get tucked in like it did here, so no big deal. I'll loosen these up and we'll get that clip in. So what we're also doing here is instead of just lowering the car and calling it, we're both walking back and forth underneath the car to make sure that everything is where it should be and every nut and every bolt is where it should be. So case in point, this was the third time I walked by this area, and it was only when I put the camera on it that I noticed that the clip didn't tuck over the brace. So this is the whole point of something like this. This exercise is really important in order to catch everything that you may have missed, like this one here is loose.
Oh, you're on it.
Right? And there. See, now we can make sure all these are in. Actually, that was a little loose too.
Try the, oh, this one here too.
That one's loose? Oh yeah, look at that. See? Boom. This whole panel was loose. Thank you, camera. You're keeping us honest. Looking good. Everything else looks good.
It's next.
Yes, so what is next? The bumper liner, but you can see that the exhaust obviously is not straight. So those are some of the things that we have to do once we get the liner on, is to do the little fine tuning of everything here to make sure everything looks pretty for the customer, obviously. You know, that's the goal.
And her booty be looking fly.
Oh, her booty's looking real fly. And then we're gonna give this whole car a nice wash and shine to get it ready for the customer, because they haven't seen this car in a very long time and they miss it. It's a very special car.
I mean, I would say the same thing, because I kind of am
Oh,
gonna
that's why right there. That's why I keep
miss it
forgetting.
when it's gone.
Uh-huh.
Because I got used to looking at it, and
You get attached to cars, like
I feel
Daisy.
like I'm like,
Once Daisy gets in here and we wrap up Daisy, I think you're gonna have trouble with that one.
do we have like a baby cigar like we do with babies?
A little Groucho Marx cigar.
Yeah, like whenever finish a car like this, do you have a cigar?
Oh, that's a great idea. No, how about some whiskey instead? Oh, right, I don't
A
drink.
pretend cigar.
Pretend
And a
cigar.
pretend whiskey.
Oh, we don't pretend about whiskey around here.
It,
There's no pretending about whiskey. Once
It
you reach
was
my age, you don't
for-
fuck around.
the tube. Hey.
Too.
You two fight like you're married.
No, he told me. Okay, so fake whiskey, fake cigar. He's like, we don't fake whiskey.
You either drink it or you don't.
See
faking.
now.
So I've gotten into the good or bad habit of not using a little bleeder tube when I'm bleeding slave cylinders and brakes, because I have a catch that falls that can catch it all. But oftentimes what happens is the brake fluid will then linger, and then we got to come back and wipe it down with some brake cleaner. I've told you not to drink this stuff. You're not listening.
Is it whiskey or brake cleaner?
It's brake cleaner. You don't need to test it to see. Just trust me. Okay, so we're good. All right. She was not recording this whole time. Okay, Alyssa, now that we got our shit together, can you bring it over here and put a light right where I needed it, please? You know, the one in your hand. Stand over here. She's learning. She's green when it comes to being behind the camera. She's a professional in front of the camera, but I just cannot get her to settle down behind the camera. I think it's there. See, look at
Who's that person always yelling, "Let's fix it," like from the other room? Who
I don't
is
know.
that? Who does it?
She's got to go. I mean,
I
he's
like
got
her
to-
though.
You like her?
I really like her spunk. She
She's
seems to know when we need to fix it too.
She can hear it. She feels it in her bones. There we go, right there. Right there. Yep.
These are all the oohs and the ahs of
Lining up all the holes. Don't fight me on it now. All right, cool. Now look, no bubble anymore. Nice and straight.
the one we both didn't like, but was like, meh, it might be normal. And then it was like, no,
Nope,
that's
it's not
normal.
normal. Jinx. Alyssa. All right, let's get this bumper liner on. What do you say?
I say,
Let's fix it.
let's fix it.
Let's fix it. Okay, liner time. It always makes me nervous. But I've already started this car once, so I don't expect it to not start. But I haven't moved it yet. So that's always a challenge. Yeah. Dude, huh? Hey, no. Hey, get it. Stop. She's purring like a kitten. But what I'm waiting for now is for the engine to come up to temperature so that I can top off the antifreeze. Just want to make sure everything comes together. I didn't do any major engine work on this, but you know, you never know. Something may have come loose or something. So I'm gonna get it figured out, and then we'll take it around the block, and then we'll let the customer know the car's ready. It sounds great though. And this is why you check to make sure the car runs before you give it back to the customer. I blew the main hose coming off of the reservoir. Yeah, And it's a new hose, so I have a feeling I just didn't clip it in all the way. So no harm done, except, you know, coolant everywhere. At least it wasn't oil or mixing together. All right. Take 2. So we're just about where we need to be on this for the thermostat to open up. I want to make sure the thermostat opens and it dumps what's in the reservoir into the block, and then I'll know for sure how much more coolant I need to add to this thing before we take it out on its maiden voyage. But all in all, it sounds really good, very responsive. That coolant hose was just one of those stupid clips that wraps around it. It popped it loose, and I had the same problem on my turbo because they use the same type of clips to go to the intercooler. So it happens, but I had an awesome team here helping me clean up this mess because they want to see this car back on the road too. It's got a few shows that it needs to go to, and I'm the one holding it up. So here we are. All right, let's see what the temperature is. All right, we're just about there. Needs to be around 185. We're not quite there yet. I'm starting to see some movement, bubbles of exchange. Let me open this up a bit, get the air out. That should certainly help exchange the air. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so now you can see it's below the minimum line and it's still going down. So that's cool. We're at temp. I'm gonna let it go down, and the heat that it's already built will keep that open so that it can dump out all of the coolant in the reservoir, and then I can top it up. Almost finished.